Hi everyone, welcome back to our lost property page, office I guess it is really. I think there's a lost property page, the next page, isn't there? Anyway, we're going to do this sort of area today. I thought, having done our top shelf as our first video, I thought we would do this little set here. Let's try and fit it all in. There we go. We'll see how we go. I'm still haven't had my cup of coffee that I was going to get when I finished the last one. I've made it, but it's cooling, so I may just run out of voice. But let's start and see how we get on. So we have our camera. Is where I'm starting with my black number 9, and I'm thinking the strap first. So I'm going to make it go a little bit lighter in the middle because these would normally be leather and a little bit shiny. So that's how I'm going to colour it. Like that. And what other elements? I'm thinking maybe we'll do these stripes in black and we'll colour the camera itself perhaps in grey. It could be brightly coloured of course, but I'm thinking probably grey. It's quite fancy. Look at that big flash on the top. Very old-fashioned single lens reflex camera. I think we'll do a black piece around here because normally there'd be a little thing that you would turn to focus it. There we go. Now we'll grab our dark grey, which is number 8. I was just looking at all the colours that are available in the, sorry, just checking you're in shot, in the Design Journey set, because they're not making the Ergos anymore. I need something to replace them, and I've got some of the soft touch and they are nice, but I'm not making this too shiny because I'm thinking it'll be a sort of matte plastic sort of thing. So I'm leaving it sort of look a bit sort of textured. I quite like that look. Yeah, anyway, so the Design Journey regular set, not the soft, the ones I've got a sort of super soft set, which is rather nice, but they only do a 24. So I was looking at the, thinking there might be a bit of casing around this flash here. Anyway, I thought that there's a 72 Design Journey set, and I was wondering what they were like, and you get such a nice range of colour. I mean, obviously for this page I've purposely picked a smaller colour set, but sometimes when I'm colouring with my old Ergos, I think, oh, I'd like a few more colours. And I was having a look at what was included. This is number 80. There were some more greys, which is why I've just thought of that. Now this sort of flash thing, I'm thinking maybe it's I colour it a bit like a gemstone, so it's sort of shiny there and a bit textured there as if it's popping out at us. I'm not sure. On these, the sort of lens, might just put a bit of swirly, I don't know what I'm doing already. That'll do. I don't know what I'm doing. Now we have a rather cute cat. I'm thinking this is some sort of wooden ornament and I want it to be blue. And I don't know why. So I'm going to use number 37 for the main part of the cat. I think I'm going to try and make it a little darker on the edge. Maybe slightly less in the middle. Just to perhaps make it look like it's painted with shiny paint. Such a smiley, cute cat. Yeah, so they had quite a variety of greys, I noticed, as well as some more greens. I was thinking, ooh, it looks nice. But I've got 2 tins of Ergos. This tin has got a lot more in. My other tin, I say a lot more, it's got the same amount in, but some of them are quite short. So I need to use those before buying more pencils. Got a lot of nice pencils anyway. Very lucky. Very lucky indeed. Especially as most of them were gifts and not, I didn't buy them. So I feel very lucky. I think I bought my polychromos, my Derwent Light Fast, my Prismacolors, my Ergosoft and my Arteza Premium, and a few other sets. I can't think now. There he is, and I'm thinking purple. I don't know why. I want purple ears and flowers. Again, I'm going to do it a little dark on the edge, a little lighter in the middle, like that. And the same for the flowers if I can, so a bit darker on these petally bits, maybe a little bit lighter in the middle, just for some interest and fun, really, not for any other reason. I can do purple nose too, just so it all matches. Could do it black if you think it would work better for you. It's quite a big cat. I wonder if it's a doorstop. So I'm thinking, look at it in comparison size to the camera. It seems quite big just for an ornamental cat. I remember my aunt used to have a cat doorstop. It's actually made, it was a bottle, and she crocheted a sort of sleeve for the bottle, which was look almost like black stockings, like fishnet stockings, and a little cat face. She was so good with her. I think it was probably knitted. She knitted. She was so good with knitting, but also embroidery. Amazing. Ooh, look at this. Treasure. What an imagination. I'm going to start with 73 and just do a sort of evenish layer. What do you think's in here? Gold coins, nuggets, jewels, diamonds, cabbage. I was thinking, what's the opposite? What's really not very exciting that might be in there? Cabbage. Be really smelly and raw. No, let's not say it's cabbage. Oh dear. Okay, it's a bit pale for my liking. I'm going to grab a darker brown, go over that. This is number 76. That bit I want to be a bit darker, that's sort of the bits at the back. Trying to make the edges a little bit darker as well. Looks better. The bag of cabbage. What do you think's in it? Oh, I just had a horrible thought. I'm not going to share that with you. What might be in it? My imagination. Let's think of something nice. Some doll's clothes. Think about that. Maybe it's grain. It's a sack of grain. Flour. Be a bit of a weird thing to be carrying on the train though, wouldn't it? Okay, let's make it tied up with a nice pretty colour string. I'm thinking let's brighten it up with a number 23. There we go. And the label, let's grab this one. I've done quite a lot of labels in this colour, 43. There we go. Okay, whoops. Now I'm trying to work out what this is. It's like a corked bottle. It's really big. I think I might do this cactus first while I think about the bottle. No, let's just do the bottle. What colour should we do it? It's like perfume, do you think? Let's do it sort of blue. Let's go blue. Let's go a dark blue, number 33. I quite like doing dark glass bottles, like when I did the one on the other shelf. I'm going to miss out that cork like we did on our last bottle. We'll come back and colour over it in a bit. So I've got quite a big label on this bottle, so there isn't a lot of glass to do, but fading it towards the middle just helps make it look more glassy. Okay, so that cork, I'm thinking maybe I'm going to do it in a, oops, in a pink, I don't know why, 61. So just make it a bit lighter in the middle, like that, and then go back to our number 33, and we need to colour over the bit that's in the bottle. Just got to bring that in a bit, that shine. There we go. Now I am going to use this light purpley colour, number 62 for our label. Excuse me. I'm just trying to look up the colour, what it's called, I can't remember. Lavender. So I'm going to try and, I'm colouring it in the direction of those lines that Johanna's drawn on. I've just realised we've missed off a bit of the bottle at the bottom. There's a bit under the label there which you've missed. We'll do that in a minute. Just going to make this edge a bit darker. And we'll grab the blue that we used, number 33, whoops, and do quite a thick layer down here. There we go, there's our bottle done. Now cactus. I always think that cacti has got two actually, a quite dark green. So I'm going to start with the green actually and do this one in number 38, which is quite a bluey green but very dark. I'm going to actually start with a light bit though. You'll see why in a minute. Because I want to make it darker in here. I think it will be dipped in there, a bit more shadowy. And this one darker here. This one darker here, as if we're looking into a dipped part. And then this one darker there. It gives it just a little bit of shape, which is quite fun, I think. Now our pot. Yeah, let's do it in this. I quite like the idea of doing it slightly terracotta-y. I'm going to use 49. It's not a pure terracotta at all, but just work. I think I'm going to go right over the top of that detailing and just colour it in. Leave it a bit lighter in the middle, and that helps to give the illusion that our pot is round, not flat. There we go. And you can put some detailing into that pattern if you want. I'm going to use this 77, and I'm just going to make them a little bit darker. Maybe darker there, fade it a bit, fade it up, like that, I'm not sure, just a bit darker in areas like that, there we go. And we've got another cactus here. I'm going to use my next darkest green, which is the number 5. Colour him in. I'm going to stop in a minute and get my coffee, I think. Really thirsty. We'll see. Now I want this cactus to look a bit more rounded, so to do that I'm going to add more layers of colour on the edge. There we go. Now this pot can have quite a very different colour to this one. And I'm going to grab an orange. So no, an orange is too similar. Let's grab a Yellow, why not? Let's do yellow. This number 1. It's actually striped. I think I'm going to do it in stripes. We'll do orange and yellow stripes. Number 4. It's quite tricky. I actually left the yellow out, and I'm going to just fill in the gaps because I thought there would be some. There we go. Now the label. And we've got a little bit of sellotape, which I'm going to do in number 10. And the label, let's do it in, whoops, in a blue. Number 63. There we go. Okay, I'm going to grab my coffee and I'll be back in a bit. Right, that's better. Now we've got a little crown to do. I've noticed. We could do that in, we could make a bit of gold to do that, or we could just do it as if it was a sort of kiddie's paper crown. But I think if it was a kid's paper crown, it would have got thrown away. I don't think they would bother to keep it, would they? So let's go for 76 and make a bit of gold. So a little bit on the edge here and here. I think we're going to take that. We might actually do the whole crown, I'm just thinking, rather than sort of ignore the markings. It's quite small. There we go. Then we'll grab, my stomach's rumbling now I've had my drink. 73 for the next little bit. So go over what you've done and then just bring your brown in a bit more. I don't know how much you can hear. Hopefully not a lot. Now, number 16. It's still. Now, if you want, for these, you can leave them blank and fill them in with a colour. I'm going to do my last colour now. Or you can go over them in a metallic or a glitter pen or something. Number 1, to make them really sparkly. Go over all of it and just bring that colour in. There we go. Shiny crown. And behind we have this picture of balloons. It's rather cool. I think I'm going to do like a blue background on it. I think just something very light. Let's grab number 30, our lightest blue, and just do a light background. Oh my goodness, my stomach is really growling now. I was going to grab something to eat, but I thought I wanted to just get on and finish this video first before I ate too much. I thought I might get indigestion then. But I don't know which is worse, growling or... Oh dear. Never mind. Now this page is quite big, and I have spoken before about the size of it. I may break it up a little bit, so not put all the videos out all in one go. This is number 29, and I'm going to do my first balloon. I don't know whether to break it sort of into 2 halves or break it even further up, or I might just get it done. I haven't really completely decided, to be honest. I'm going to grab an orange for another balloon, number 24. I'm not going to put it right next to the red one though. I think I'll do this one. Why would you lose the picture? I suppose if you stashed it on the luggage rack, on the seat next to you or something. suppose it's easy to lose anything, really. Let's grab a blue. Number 3. I know the sky's blue, but I think it will show up enough. There we go. My last one, I think I'll do it green. Whoops. Number 52. Got a little bit of one there as well, which I'm not going to forget. Which I think I'll do in a yellow. So we've got this yellowy orange, number 11, I'll use because I think it will just about stand out enough. I'm going to put it down in quite a few layers. There we go. And then we have the frame. What should we do? I'm thinking maybe just black or dark grey might be better. So number 8 there. A little bit underneath. I was just thinking about what busy day I've got tomorrow. It's actually Friday today, recording this video. And I've decided that on Sunday I'd like us to go out to a place, the Wildfowl Trust near Slimbridge. I'd love to go there. Haven't been able to go out to places because the boys have been revising and getting ready for their exams. Number 25. But I'm going to do little circles to try and make it look fluffy. But they have got holiday coming up, so I asked them if they would mind coming with me, coming out to Slimbridge, and they were like, yeah. So that was nice. I thought we have a nice little family day out, or morning, might be more like the morning. And so we're going to do that, and so that'll be fun. And so tomorrow I'll have to do all my weekend chores. We'll just clean the house on a Sunday, so that'll have to be done. Oh, I'm going to use some red. The number 29 for the heart. And for this bit, I'm going to do little red cheeks under the whiskers there. It's cute. There we go. Oh, we have a shelf of, let's just move up a tad, bags and boxes. We've got a picture behind that though. So anyway, oh, we haven't done the camera label. Let's just do that. I'm just going to grab number 16. Yes, so I've got to do all the cleaning and the washing, although I could probably do the washing before we go. Right, so this box here, I've got a blue I haven't used yet. I'm just going to grab it and use it. Number 35. Now, I'm going to do the top. I'm thinking the top might be shadowed by the shelf above, so it might be a little bit darker than the front. It looks like it's got a little plaque on the front, and I'm thinking that maybe that's sort of metallic like the clasp. So I'm not going to colour those in a colour. Try hard not to get this colour on them. But I will put a bit of shadow under there. Though it's locked and clasped, you see a little bit of shadow. So that's that. And I'll grab my slightly darker grey, the number 8. There are about 4 greys in the 72 set, I think. Interesting. And just do that so it looks shiny. I think that's fine. Okay, the box underneath has a picture of some spectacles on it, so I'm assuming that it's lost pairs of spectacles, although there's a pair of spectacles loose on the shelf below, which you can't see. Oh, excuse me. I'm going to make this box a very different colour to the one above. I can use number 2, which is actually red, called red, but I always think it's a bit orangey. But I'm going to colour it in this colour anyway, just so that it looks really different. I think I would struggle to work in an office like this with all this stuff. Although I say that, and then I look around my house and certain areas are filled with stuff, and I just have to not look at it or think about it because there's too much. But I've been choosing my new bookcase. I know I've been banging on about getting a new bookcase for ages and ages. But the one, I found out that the one I wanted has to be attached to the wall, and it can't be because of the skirting boards. The IKEA don't allow enough space on their wall attachments to get around skirting boards, apparently. I'm just blocking this colour in, by the way. And also, we can't attach it to the wall because there's a radiator there. And our walls are rubbish, so you can't attach. If you attach something to it and it fell, the whole wall would come down, I think. It's just dab and, what do they call it? Dab and something. Plasterboard, it's rubbish. Just going to try and put a bit of shadow under there, but I think I've done it too dark. Now for the edges and corners, I think I'm going to do a dark brown. So I'm going to use 77. So I couldn't do that. So I've had to reject my idea of that bookcase. But I found one today. It's a little bit smaller, which is obviously a bit annoying. But it's it looks nice and it can be freestanding. It's got little cubbies. I wanted like cubes so that I could sort of separate out my things a little bit. So it's got these, and also then I wouldn't need bookends because, you know, I could put a few in each and it would be fine. I was going to put a line round there in this, but if that is a sticker put on by the Lost Property Office to identify this as a box of glasses, it wouldn't be the same colour as the box. So I think we'll use this colour because we haven't used it yet. Number 42 for this sort of label. They're going to use it right across, just gently, like that. Easy. Now behind here we have a picture of some flowers. In the background I'm going to colour it light green. If I can get hold of this one, number 56. This is my favourite green. It's running out. I've got one more. In fact, my other one was running out in my other set. My husband gave me his. He's got a set of 36 Ergos. He let me have his green. It's very kind of him. He doesn't use his pencils that much, but this is his favourite green too. That's really kind. And for the leaves of the roses, which is what I think they are, I'm going to use 57, which is a slightly darker version of what we used in the background. Thinking the roses need to be pink or purple. What do you reckon? You think feeling that too? Oops. We haven't used this number 20 yet, so we'll use that for our roses. These look like the roses that Johanna drew around the gazebo in Secret Garden, I think. There we go. And for the outside, the frame, that's the word, I'm going to use 61, so just a slightly darker pink. I think it will just finish it off nicely. There we go. Oh, now we've got a handbag to colour. Just need to wipe my nose. Oh, we've got lots of bags to colour. Now for this one we have a couple of different sections, so I'm going to do it, oops, 2 different colours. I think I'm going to do it 2 shades of purple. So I'm going to start with this 62 on the bottom. did this on another bag, these colours, but never mind. There's lots and lots of bags in this room, I should imagine. I should think bags would be the most common item left behind, don't you? But I would have thought bags of shopping, like groceries or products bought in shops, like carrier bags, and number 6 for the rest, rather than handbags. But anyway, we'll see whether there's any sort of shopping bags on this page. I haven't looked at all of it in detail. I find it's actually quite fun to sort of discover it as you colour. It makes colouring even more fun than it is already. Like a little treasure hunt. So under here I'm just going to make this bit a bit darker. And around this clasp, which I'm going to do in silver. Whoops. There we go. With a light grey, number 80. There we go. And our label in number 16. Just because I think that goes fairly well with the purple. Now we have this bag here. It's like a little clutch bag, isn't it? I'm going to do a dark green, whoops, for this one. I can't get it out. There we go, number 38. Now I'm going to keep it lightish because that needs to be dark because we're looking inside. So if we keep the rest light, then we can see that contrast. If you started off too dark and you need to darken it up, you can always use a bit of black. So some people have lots of handbags, don't they? I bet there are people who have more handbags than I have pencil. No, probably not. Maybe. I have a few. I have I have my day-to-day bag. I have an old day-to-day bag which I used to use that my husband bought me, so I don't want to get rid of, but it's got a little bit old. I'm trying to think of what colour to do this pattern part. Maybe a black, just to make it look like really elegant. Number 9. I've got a little bag with elephants on, gold, that my mother-in-law bought for me because she knows I like elephants. And it's really nice, it's sort of purple, dark purple. But I have rarely use it. No, hang on. But I keep it, number 43, and I've got a couple of black bags that are quite useful. That's for the sellotape for when I've got occasions, number 30, and I need a sort of smart bag. I don't have a smart clothes. Well, I've got a black outfit, but I haven't got any other really smart clothes. This one at the back here is like a beach bag, sort of wickery. So I'm going to do it in this sort of number 73, like it's sort of straw. I'm going to keep it light. My pencil quite light. This tassel's a bit strange, isn't it? A little bit in there. Yeah, I don't want it to be too dark. I'm thinking if I make the handle this and then make those sort of beads with some bright colours, oops, like a red. I'm thinking maybe it's the sort of bag you might buy when you're on holiday from a beach shop. So So it would have some sort of bright colour on it. I'm trying to get a yellow out. There we go, 11. There we are. Now this one looks very smart, almost satchel-y again. So we're going to do a blue, I think, for this one, number 63. So you could sort of use it for the office. I've always had black bags for the office. Something big enough to get your lunchbox in, your purse and your keys, but not so big that there's not room under your desk for it. In one office, people used to keep their handbags in their filing drawers. In the bottom part where you put the hanging folders, they wouldn't have any hanging folders, they'd just shove their handbag in it. But I always used my drawers, so I always used to put it on the floor to my desk. And we've got this strap as well. Ah! This is more like a shopping bag, isn't it? Like a gift bag. Hopefully that's not someone's birthday present. It's been forgotten. Number 80. And then the label. My pencil's dropped out. Let's make the sellotape in this sort of 49. And the label in, what colours have we used? Let's grab a pink. It's a bit different. Number 20. There we go. Now we have our gift bag. I'm thinking bright colours. Let's make it Christmassy. Let's make it red and green, like it's a Christmassy bag. Oh, I can't get my red out. There we go. 29 is the red. Red and white looks quite nice, but I'm gonna sneeze. Ooh. Hang on a minute. Oh, that's better. It was very explosive. Luckily, I managed to stop the video in time. Oops, I'm trying to find my green. I should have found it out while I was off. Number 52. This is going to be our last little bit. I'm hungry. My stomach's stopped grumbling. I'm still hungry. I'm going to go and grab something to eat. Now this sort of handle, I'm thinking maybe it would be a sort of gold braid or twine. So I'm just going to use number 16, which is quite a nice gold colour. There we go. Let's have a look. And I'm just going to check that I've done everything and I don't need to add any white or anything. I think I'm done. So there is our next little bit. So I'm not sure which bit I'm going to do next. When I come over to record next, I shall then decide which bit I'm doing. But for now, thank you for watching. Hope you have a really lovely day and happy colouring.